Hey, what's going on guys, my name is Doodles. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the NW-700 Professional Studio Broadcasting Kit from Neewer. So the last few weeks I've really been wanting to set my game up. I've got the white light in my ceiling, I've got the studio lighting, and in terms of my audio, I have wanted to start having more of a professional look and feel to my content. And I've noticed that a lot of people, whether they are YouTubers or podcasters or anything, they always have the swivel arm with the microphone. It's a lot easier to maintain. You can have your swivel arm there, you can move it wherever you need it to be. And overall, it's just a lot more professional. So I went on Amazon and I had a look myself to see what was out there. And the one that I was after was £65 just for the arm alone. Now I was like, I'm not gonna do that. It's far too much money at this moment in time. I just want something cheap just to see if the solution works well in my studio, and then I can also step my game up and get maybe something like that in the future. And I noticed that the cheapest of the cheap was about £10 for the arm. Then I'm gonna need an XLR cable. That's gonna be about £5. So I'm already at about £15, and I noticed that there was one kit on Amazon for £24.99, which included a microphone too. So I thought, well, for £10, even if it's garbage, can't really complain for a microphone paying £10, and the reviews are pretty damn good of it. So I thought I'm just going to pull the trigger on it and I'm going to pick one up. And that brings us to this video. So in this box we have everything we need to get started in our broadcasting career. We have the swivel arm, we've got the shock mount, we've got the XLR cable, we've got the pop filter, and we've got a microphone, all for £24.99 of the great British pound. So what I'm going to do in this video, I'm going to be taking a look at what is inside the box, and then I'm going to set it all up, and then we're going to test for quality of this microphone, because as always at the minute I'm using my Blue Snowball mic, which I use for everything, but we are going to compare the difference and see whether this mic is worth the price and whether it's half decent and all, whether it's something I could recommend. So without further ado, let's unbox this thing. Right, so normally at this part of the video I would go over to my unboxing table, which you can see behind me, but I decided I'm not going to do that because it's going to take too long just to set everything up and all stuff like that, and it's not really going to make much of a difference. So we're just going to sit here and we're just going to unbox this together as is. So right, opening the box, we can see we have everything that we need to get started. Everything comes all nicely packaged. We have the pop filter, which I already own one anyway, but it never hurts to have a spare. We have the shock mount, which, once again, I've already got one, but it never hurts to have a spare. You can never have too many stuff like that when you're in a studio or any sort of recording environment. We have this will be what mounts the stand to the table or desk or wherever you're going to put it. We have the XLR cable. However, this is XLR to 3.5mm, which, although will plug into your laptop or something like that, or your PC without an interface, this does require phantom power. Some people say on reviews that you don't need it, but it really does need phantom power. So you either pick up a phantom power that has this port, or you can use something like this to make it into a 1/4 inch jack, similar as a guitar cable, which can then go in the interface or your phantom power, or you can choose a regular XLR lead. I'm using my Focusrite 18i20 interface, which I use for everything, so I'm just going to use a regular XLR lead that I've got lying around, and we'll just keep this as surplus in case we ever need it for whatever reason. So there's that. We have the stand. This is the swivel arm, which will mount to our desk and will allow me to basically just swing my microphone just around wherever I want it to go. So I'm going to set that up in a minute for you guys so you can take a better look at it. We also have a wind guard for the microphone itself, which I've never owned before, so that could come in handy. Hopefully that might help with some of the excess noise. And last but not least, we have the microphone. So this is the Neewer NW-700 microphone, which, considering the whole lot, it only cost me about £8 to £10 extra as opposed to buying the swivel arm and the XLR cable separate. It's not bad. So even if this microphone is garbage, as long as it's half decent, like as long as it provides some decent quality, then I suppose for a newer YouTuber, podcaster, or any form of broadcasting, this would definitely be something worth checking out. So I'm going to set it up and then we're going to see what we think of it overall. But I've got quite high hopes for it. I think even if it provides some level of quality, I think it's going to be definitely value for money for a new YouTuber or broadcaster. But without further ado, I'm going to quickly just set all this up and then we're going to take a listen to it. So right, here we go, we are back. I have set up my microphone now, everything's all set up, and now you are listening to this audio through the Neewer rather than the Snowball, so we can take this comparison. I obviously have never heard this audio yet, so I don't know what it actually sounds like. What you guys are hearing obviously in the editing stage, that's when I'm going to start hearing it. But basically I have this set up now. I've got my swivel arm connected to my desk, which I'm going to show you with my camera basically what I've done and why I've done it. I've got the sort of the wind guard or whatever it's called on it. I'm just going to take this off quickly and see if there's any difference in audio, see whether you guys can hear anything different to what you could hear before. And what I'm going to do now is quickly just switch over to my Blue Snowball mic, because this is what you generally hear in all my videos. I always use my Blue Snowball mic, I have since I started this channel, but now you are going to hear the Neewer once again, and you can tell the difference. So this is the Neewer microphone, this is the one that we're reviewing today, and this is the Snowball microphone that you hear in all my other videos. They're only set about a few inches apart from each other, so they're pretty close together, so the audio isn't going to be that much difference because of that. But this is about, the Snowball mic is at the same position that it generally is in all my videos, and obviously this one's a tad closer. But even if I put them very close to each other, this is about the same distance as what you normally hear the videos when I'm recording. And obviously I brought the microphone back now. This is probably where it'd be if I was sat doing an episode like a Q&A or something like that. But I'm just going to quickly show you with my camera what I've done with the microphone and how I've got it set up. So that's the microphone, and I have the stand there. This is all set up so the microphone stand can just move about where I want it to go. It's also 360 degrees rotatable, which is definitely going to come in handy. And the reason why I decided to put it there as opposed to maybe behind my desk is because obviously you guys know that I do the green screen, well, the blue screen footage for like my top 10 lists. I did like the Choose Your Illusion was my latest one that I did, and one thing I could do, because I always have a problem balancing my Snowball microphone somewhere where I can pick up the audio, and so obviously I can stand up here, and as I'm filming say my top 10 videos, I've got my microphone literally right next to me here, so that should make things a lot easier to pick up the audio for that. So that is one reason why I've chose to put it there. So obviously I can stand here and do my top 10 lists or whatever I'm doing, and I've got a microphone there which can pick up my audio, so that would definitely help in that regard. So that's one of the main reasons why I put it there, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted the swivel arm, because I was just fed up with balancing my microphone on top of something just to try and make it work. But I'm going to sit back down so you can just hear the microphone audio changing as I'm moving about. But that is pretty much the big reason why I got this microphone, just for versatility really, just so I could film videos a lot easier, and whether I'm standing or whether I'm sitting, I've got the microphone. But like I said, not until I get to the editing stage I'm going to be able to give my accurate thoughts on the audio quality. So what I'm going to do now, actually, just before I wrap up the video, just so I can give my honest opinion, is I'm going to stop this video, have a quick listen back to the audio, and then we're going to finish the video. I'll give my honest opinion of it just through my raw voice. No plugins, no VSTs or nothing. This is just going to be, I'm going to compare the audio that I'm listening to right now to the Blue Snowball and then give my thoughts. So I'll be back with you. Right, so we are back. I've just listened to the audio from the Snowball, I've listened to the audio from the Neewer, and I've got to say there's not a massive amount in terms of quality between the two. The Neewer is surprisingly very clear. There's no sort of like awful distortion or anything. It sounds like a very clear microphone, which, considering it came for £25, which included all these accessories, is really mind blowing. I didn't think it was going to be that good. I honestly thought it was going to be a load of garbage that I just give to someone just to get rid of it. But I've got nothing really bad to say about it. I'd say the Snowball is a bit more low end in terms of the frequency. It's got a bit more bass to it, whereas I think this is definitely much more mid-range, and it hasn't got a great deal of high end. You can hear that the high end frequencies do cut off a little bit. I'd say this definitely, the audio sounds much more sort of mid to high end, as opposed to the Snowball. It's got a bit more of a low end tonality to it, but overall I've got to say really clear quality. This is actually the Neewer that you're listening to now, and this is the Snowball that you're listening to now, and now we're going back to the Neewer. So that is the differences between the two. It's not a shootout video, I just want to give you a bit of a comparison to what I normally use as opposed to what I'm using right now. But overall I've got to say I'm very impressed with it. A lot better than I thought. Like I said, I was going to buy a swivel arm for about a tenner, XLR cable for £5, so that would have been 15. So for £10 for a microphone and the shock mount and all stuff like that, can't really go wrong. Can't really complain at all. It's definitely blown my expectations out the water, and I've got to say it's a pretty damn decent microphone for the money. And if you are new to YouTube, you want to make gaming videos, or you want to do commentary videos, or you want to maybe do podcasts or stream, or whatever you want to do, I think if you don't want to spend too much money, you don't have the money to buy something like a Rode NTG2 or NTG1 or whatever, I can't remember what it's called. If you don't want to buy something like that, or maybe like a Sennheiser microphone or like a Shure SM58 or something like that, I think this is definitely something that you can buy for cheap and you'll definitely get decent value for money for it. So overall, I've got to say I do highly recommend it, and I think you guys should check it out and consider it. I will leave an Amazon link down below in the description box for the UK and US if you want to go check it out. I will just throw it out there, it is an affiliate link. If you click on the link and buy one of these microphones, it kicks back a few pennies, a few pounds or whatever to me. It just sort of helps me out, but it doesn't cost you any less. Whether you go on Amazon and search for it either yourself or through my affiliate link, it's still $24.99. The price does not change with it. It just helps me out a little bit and it's greatly appreciated. So if you decide to go down that route, links are down below in the description box. My name is Doodles. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.